All right, Aries, welcome to your weekly horoscope for February 15th to the 21st. My name is Athen. All right, so this week we've got some subtle energies. It's a nice week, actually, nice aspects, some changing of signs with Venus, and a new moon taking place on Wednesday. And for you, it is subtle because Venus is actually going into your 12th house here at the very beginning of the week here on Sunday, where Mars has been. So perhaps there's been this drive or ambition of going with the flow, or perhaps some spiritual things you might be working on behind the scenes, and maybe even wanting to rest up a little bit. You know, this is the type of energy right now with, especially with Mars in Pisces and your 12th house, and now Venus going in there. Now, the thing with Venus, this is more to do with our connections, our receptivity with others, and the things we enjoy in life. So there's definitely now an enjoyment to be had in regards to the spiritual stuff, behind the scenes, meditation, presence, all of these types of things. And involving people too with those aspects as well. You know, maybe if you are, I don't know, as an example, going hiking, it's just a very spiritual kind of process, or doing some spiritual groups, spiritual things with your friends. These types of things will invoke a lot of that spiritual energy that is Pisces, of course, and you can enjoy it nonetheless. So all these 12th house matters, behind the scenes, all this stuff, very enjoyable. You'll notice shifting this week at the beginning of the week. Now, on Tuesday, we're going to start to notice this aspect between Mercury sextiling up to Saturn. Very nice aspect, actually. He's now going direct. And so this is another aspect with this, but this is the third time we've had it, so it's a final integration point. It goes exact on Thursday, so it's this whole kind of week. And it has to do with things are probably moving forward in regards to your work, your career, or something in the public sector. That's where Mercury was retrograde. Perhaps you did some reflection and some thinking in terms of these things. But now the energy is moving forward, and now you have the support of Saturn pretty much all week, Tuesday through Friday, with Thursday being the sort of high point. And this is the ruler of Capricorn nonetheless, so it's very supportive there as well. And it is, of course, in this 8th house. So, you know, with all of this stuff with the work too, maybe it's had to do with you connecting to your work on a deep level, having a deep connections, you know, at work. Probably more to do with understanding perhaps your work behind the scenes at its very core, whatever that might mean for you. And so now you have that positive energy of Saturn and Scorpio working for you all week in regards to your work sector. So great mental aptitude, great understanding, good practical understanding, good foresight, long distance planning, all these types of things. Definitely good this week, and in particular in regards to your work sector. Now on Wednesday, we have that new moon taking place in Aquarius, which is your 11th house, of course. And so this is new beginnings in regards to perhaps some friends or group-related things or your ideals. It's very progressive too with Aquarius. So it could be, you know, something new with the community, but friends, something like this. Even perhaps even your enjoyment in work, actually, because you do have a lot of aspecting going on with your work. So perhaps, you know, as it's kind of been the case with Mars and Venus transiting your 11th for the past month or so, past 2.5 months with Mars, now something new, I think, coming from perhaps that work you've been putting into in regards to what kind of, you know, what is it that what are you really passionate about in regards to your work? What are you really connected to? And perhaps it's about being of service to others, you know, because that's the ultimate satisfaction when we are of service through our work and giving. So perhaps a new realization around that, but the energies are subtle. The energies are low this week, and they're the lowest point here on Wednesday, so it's this reflective time. And that's going to be whatever it is that's brewing right now. You'll start to put energy into it, probably more and more next week as the energy fills up. But still, new insights, new beginnings, getting that ball moving nonetheless this week will certainly assist you. And this is, of course, for this lunar cycle, but also for the next 6 months as well. Now, the last aspect is kind of this ongoing thing between Venus and Mars. They're going to be conjunct in your 12th house. You'll probably feel this around the later part of the week, and then this is going to lead into next week. And this has to do with passion. When Venus and Mars get together, it's this linking up of the masculine and feminine energies. And it's in your 12th house again. So with this enjoyment and this passion and this energy of whatever this stuff is behind the scenes, intuition, dream space, whatever those 12th house things are for you. Lots of passion there, lots of excitement, lots of energy, to be put into that particular area. So use it. And it's very passionate, like I said. So if it's with your relationships, it can be that spiritual connection I was talking about. If it's your goals, your ambitions, it's having that peace and presence in what you're doing and really enjoying that whole process. Lots of enjoyment, lots of passion and energy combined, united this week in regards to your 12th house. All right, Aries, we'll have a fantastic week. Thanks again for all of your support, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.